Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We need to talk about Ice Cream Man. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And yes, I had tickets today to go and see Ice Cream Man. I did it so you didn't have to. Okay, let's get into this thing. It's an American slasher film, co-produced and directed by Eli Roth. It stars Ari Millen, Charlie Zeltzer, Shiloh O'Reilly, Sarah Abbott, and Benjamin Byron Davis. And in this film, a suburban town descends into madness after its children consume sweet treats that turn them into homicidal maniacs. So I did a temperature check on Eli Roth. You can check that video out if you want to watch that first. It's kind of a bit of context to this movie and what's come before it with Eli Roth's movies. I said in that video that I am a fairly big fan of Cabin Fever and the first Hostel movie. Everything else has just been kind of meh or terrible. And before we go into everything else, I want to say something positive about the film. I like the premise. I get what it was trying to be, an 80s B movie film, like a love letter to those movies. Reanimator being probably one of the biggest. But you know, Return of the Living Dead, The Evil Dead, Sleepaway Camp, Alligator, Videodrome, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Prom Night, Terror Train, all of those kind of movies, right? This is where this movie would sit if this was released in the 80s. There's my positive. Because everything else is negative. Guys, this is the worst movie that I've seen in the cinema in 2026. Firstly, let's talk about the performances. The performances are bad. There is some bad acting from our child actors, from our teen actors. Eli Roth is in the movie, and, you know, small role, but just so on the nose, and I just didn't like any of the performances here. None of them stood out. The dialogue was trash, awful, and if I don't know if it was on purpose or trying to be funny, I don't know if this movie was meant to be a comedy because it didn't make me laugh once. The gore was okay, like for how it was done, but I cannot praise this movie because it's AI slop, and I mean it. Like, not like I've seen some arguments on Twitter. I had some myself today. People saying that Avengers Endgame and Dial of Destiny and a load of other movies used AI. Let's back up a little bit, and we need to talk about this conversation. Maybe I will do a separate video on that. But it's important to note the type of technology that's being used. In those big blockbuster movies, ILM had to create their own piece of software, and it's called ILM Face Swap and some other different suites that they've made. There is tons of people behind that building it. They still have to build 3D models for that fake that deep fake technology that we saw on Luke Skywalker and Harrison Ford. That is all very expensive deepfake technology, and it takes a lot of people to build that. Now we look at Ice Cream Man. This is cheap generative AI, and it shows. As soon as it's on the screen, you flip and know about it. But throughout this entire movie, something seems off, and I think it's because they place AI crap all over this movie, and it was so unnecessary. They could have actually crafted these things. There was no need for what they did with the AI. And when it shows up, especially, there's an expositional scene towards the end of the movie, and that is where it's most obvious. Oh, it was disgusting. And you know, I haven't been full on against AI. I think there is a place for it. Now, small businesses that can't afford it, that are technically inept, they can't afford to go to small creators as well to do it. Maybe they're in debt. Maybe they are massively in debt, and their business is struggling, and they're struggling to make ends meet and pay their own staff. The business is failing. Then I understand generative AI. Generative AI in an email. Okay, I kind of get that. But when you have the money, the finances, the capability, you telling me that Eli Roth had to use generative AI? That's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. And this is just going to encourage more bad use of AI. It's going to. More horror movies are going to come out using AI. Hopefully, the backlash and the controversy around this is enough to make other filmmakers stay away from the technology. AI does not belong on the cinema, on the big screen. It just does not. But let's step back from the AI for just a second. The story is a mishmash of things we've seen before. Now, if you think about it, look at A Nightmare on Elm Street. We have this evil entity that comes back to take its revenge on the town and the parents via the kids' dreams. In this, an evil entity takes its revenge on the town through the kids, but they kill the parents. The color palette is really bright and off-putting, and again, very clever use of cinematography and color palette to blend in the disgusting AI. The ice cream mechanic doesn't make much sense. It's like some kind of poison that controls their mind. Why did the ice cream man need to use that? Couldn't he have just killed the parents if he's like a supernatural person? Like, why did he have like, what was the big theatricality of using the kids and the ice cream and all that stuff? It didn't really get explained. It was in a freezer in the basement of a church. I don't quite understand why. Like, there's a lot of randomness to it that felt like the plot was written by AI. Like, it does. It feels like it was a script written by AI. The dialogue is diabolical. One of the guys in this, he's like a gardener and he's like a love interest, and he is just annoying as fuck. Oh, I hated all of the characters, didn't care for any of them. I would have been able to commend Eli Roth on his, once again, really good job on gore, but I feel I can't do that because so much AI is used that I just can't say anything positive about that. It's so overshadowed. It's like if Terrifier and Weapons was sort of chucked into a AI chat GPT, and this is the result of the combination with a little bit of Elm Street. I didn't like Thanksgiving, but at least it was more inventive and built towards a finale, and this one just kind of fizzled out. It's just a shallow gore fest, and it doesn't go beyond that. It doesn't make you think. It doesn't sit with you like, say, Obsession or Backrooms or the massively underrated Saturine. This is going to be my top 10 worst movies of the year. I'd be surprised if it does slip out of it. It should be at least in the top 3. And for me, in terms of like where this movie sits, it's Eli Roth's worst movie. And I've watched Borderlands. At least Borderlands is somewhat faithful to its source material and knows what it is, sort of. At least Death Wish was competent. Don't waste your money on this movie. Even if it comes to streaming, don't waste your time. Go watch Obsession, go watch Backrooms, go watch Saturine, go watch any other horror movie. Just go back and watch Reanimator, Return of the Living Dead, Puppet Master, Hellraiser. Hey, go and watch some British horror movies. By the way, I have a British horror movie channel now. It's called The Spooky Brit. It will be in the description below if you want to go check that out. Check out the movies I'm doing. I'm doing from 1901 to today and onwards in terms of movie reviews for British horror movies, and that includes all the Hammer stuff. This movie sucks. It's the ultimate turd. Don't go and watch this movie. Guys, if you liked this review, leave a comment down below. Do you agree with me? Do you think this movie's a masterpiece? Let me know in the comment section. I'd love to know your thoughts, and I'll see you real soon with the next one. Take care of yourselves.